Hi guys, hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. Well, I think you are all watching what's going on in the markets. So, bull market is back. Why I was making this AMA session today was mainly to focus on the market situation itself. Um, you know what? Like every cycles, we do the same mistake. Like I mean, in bull markets, there is something called as good entry, but most of the time, people end up making bad entries, but still make some money in the bull markets. So that can always happen, whether it's in stocks or in commodities or in equities, like or cryptos in anything. But there is one thing which is much more important than that, and that is the exit. Because um, yesterday I was speaking about this with someone. I think it was Diego, like yesterday on Twitter. Um, the thing was like about in 2016, the entries were really very great, and at that moment we were mining a lot of Ethereum, myself and Arvan at his place. So we had like a lot of Ethereum, but we could have sold it at the top. But predicting exact top is very difficult. Of course, it's not really possible. But somewhere your conviction says that like yeah, it's getting overheated, and the situation and where you are standing in that process of bull market, everything matters. The liquidity, the news flow, the next trigger for the markets to go up. So there are several things like what you need to take into consideration. So in 2017, we were not so careful, but still somewhat like we were lucky, because in 2021, when we made another all-time high, the prices came back to the same levels like where it was before, and even it surpassed even those levels also on altcoins as well as on BTC and ETH. But 2024 bull market last year in the beginning, like in January to what we saw until like May or something, we saw the bull markets only on the front line and narrative specific cryptos. Like AI was a flavor, AI agents was a flavor, RWS was a flavor, and even like Deepin was a flavor. So they did considerably well. But coming to BTC and ETH, they did fairly well. But all other altcoins never made it. Never made it even to, I mean, like 2021 highs or something, or didn't even come close to it. But now what is happening is what I'm observing is like top 25, top 30 coins, they're doing good. And but despite Ethereum going close to its all-time highs, because right now it's trading at 4,180, it's like pretty much 15% below its all-time high of 4,800. But what is really important to observe is that if you see the tokens like which is associated with Ethereum, like all the dApps which is present on Ethereum and all the dApps that helped Ethereum also to scale, because it's not just the blockchain, which is a foundational layer, but it's also the dApp which is present on Ethereum that makes Ethereum great, right? So if we are speaking about that one, then we have to see the prices of those dApp tokens, which has not pumped. And the question is like, will it even pump? Or if it pumps, then how much does it pump? Let's, like, for argument's sake, like speak about only two tokens here. One thing is Uniswap. Another one is Aave. So Aave is by far the largest DeFi protocol in the world, in the entire crypto ecosystem. So they manage around $18 billion, and that's huge. And another DeFi protocol comes even close to it. I think one another one like which is pretty big is like Athena, which comes close to like 8 billion or something. But still, Aave has maintained that levels like since a very long time, and it's a very trusted name for everybody to go on DeFi. So Aave has not gone to its new all-time high, which was like around 500 or 600 previously. So still, it's struggling between like 250 to 350. That's not happening. And secondly, what happened is if you see Uniswap announced their own chain, Unichain. I'm sure like everyone is aware of it. So they announced Unichain. still there on like Ethereum, and that was a very foundational layer on Ethereum. But still, the token, it's still there around like $11, so it's not gone or like anywhere close to all-time high. The same with the Curve protocol, the same with any of those kind of big boys, like which used to be very big on Ethereum. So this makes this makes me to wonder like about many different tokens which is on ERC20 protocols or based on Ethereum. Because when Ethereum is rallying, which means altcoins will rally. When Bitcoin rallies, nothing else rallies, only Bitcoin rallies. This is how it works. If Bitcoin is pumping, don't think altcoins are going to pump. That's not how it works. If Ethereum is pumping, then all your altcoins will pump. So even if you're not an ETH maxi or even if you don't like Ethereum, it's completely fine. But if you want your bags to pump, ETH has to pump. So even if Solana has to pump, ETH has to pump. So only then Solana pumps. And after speaking about like altcoins, like if you see any major layer ones or layer twos, the only token that I'm still very bullish on is Solana. And my reason is very, 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 very simple. Um, Take for example Sui. What is the TVL of Sui? Couple of billions, I think, like 1 billion or maximum $3 billion in TVL. So that's not a lot. And if you see the TVL to market cap ratio, doesn't make sense. And even if you're seeing in terms of like revenue generating out of their fees, which tells like how many people are really making transactions on Sui, it's not that big. Hype is there, of course. Everybody knows Sui, of course. But like it's mostly manipulated by market makers. To be very clear, to be very honest, I'm putting this straightly. So for me, like actually, Sui is good as a token, but I don't know how long or how far it can go really from here. Maybe it will still pump like to $5, $8 or something. Like if Mantra DAO could pump to, top 20 token or top 15 token, then any token can do the same thing. But we all know what happened with Mantra DAO later on. Um, so what I'm trying to say is like Sui is a very strong token, but somewhere the fundamentals are not adding up to those numbers, and fundamental matters. Honestly, matters. It matters even in crypto also. We cannot discount it so easily. We need to see that because broadly, if institutions have to come, if they have to believe in your protocol, then it has to be fundamentals. Even now, like we are seeing all the large banks in US or all those ETFs and everything, which is mainly happening on BTC and ETH. There should be a reason behind it, right? Why? Because ETH never had any downtime in its entire history, which means the blockchain never was down for even a second. It was up all the time. So the uptime is very high, and that's the reason like why majority of the financial institutions would like to build something on Ethereum. And forget about those gas fees and everything. Those are like very retailish thinking. Retail thinking like, okay, it's very expensive, like let me look for a cheaper blockchain for sending the money. Institutions don't look at that one. They don't care about this like small gas fees or these kind of things. It's none of their concern. What they look for is like stability, security, scalability. They look for different kinds of things when you speak about the institution side. So what I'm trying to say is like Ethereum rules, and it simply doesn't rule because it's backed by or it was founded by Vitalik, and there are a couple of other factors. Stability is there, scalability is there, and there is security of the chain. So that's why everyone feels very comfortable with that one. And very, very large institutions have already built on Ethereum. So that's why we will see a lot of money flowing into ETFs, which will in turn flow into Ethereum, and which will in turn flow into BTC. And why I'm bullish on Solana is because of couple of reasons. Solana has gone down several times. I mean, as a blockchain. So it has gone out of order several times. Yeah, we all know it. I'm not saying it's a perfect chain or anything as such, but the tech stack that is used in Solana is Rust. So you can find, Solidity engineers very easily. You can find like Rust engineers. pretty easily, but not so easy like Solidity. But still, Rust developers you can find. Well, like when you're speaking about SUI, it uses Move. So Move was a programming language that was founded in Facebook. When these guys were working in Facebook, they founded this language and they brought it. It's a very niche language, and I don't know how many people are really very passionate about learning Move to go into the blockchain. Because if you know Rust, for example, you can build very scalable, high frequency trading systems. You can build like so many things with Rust. I don't know what you can do with Move besides doing this one. So there are several factors like in which we have to see the long-term perspective of a blockchain and other kind of things like what language they use, what is their throughput, what is the scalability, security, stability, many other things. So that's why like although token might pump or might not, I don't know about Sui, but I would bet more on Solana. And the reason is this. The reason is like Solana is there for a long time. It has a very stable TVL. And many great dApps have been launched on Solana. You know, as much as I hate Pump Fun for many reasons, but still I like it for one reason that they brought an app like which was used by many people, which was scaled to a lot of memes and a lot of things were happening on Pump.fun. So it brought a kind of like attention, which is very important for a chain, and that was launched on Solana. So Solana always attracted those kind of dApps which went viral, which created a lot of impact. And a lot of real activities are really happening on Solana. So, and also if you see Solana as a token, um, the last time it went up to like 260 or something range, 250 plus at least, the all-time high. And right now it's trading around like 100, 80, 82 or something. Today I just increased my position in Solana. I might do it more like if it comes down. So the logic is like when we are in a bull cycle, when we are talking about the bull market, when we are speaking about Ethereum going past, $5,000 in this cycle, and Bitcoin going above 150 to $200,000 in that range somewhere, it might top. So if these coins are going to those targets, then definitely Solana, which is trading around like 180, we were just talking about like 50% movement on Solana. So many of the coins are making this kind of move. So Solana to make 50% more, it's not a rocket science. It's not so difficult. So this is something like, in my opinion, kind of like low risk trade because there is logic behind it. There are a lot of dApps deployed. There is fees coming in there. There is TVL there, and Solana is a huge name. It's got like a lot of popularity, and a lot of big funds are also like now making ETFs and other things on Solana. And if you know that MicroStrategy is for Bitcoin, ETH strategy is also there now. And there is like a YesBet, which was started by the Consensus founder, Joseph Lubin. He was also ex-co-founder of Ethereum Foundation. So like now, Sol strategies are also there. So they are managing something like $9 billion worth of Solana. So several other Sol strategies are also coming up now. So the liquidity will keep flowing towards it. You see, like even Justin Sun made the same thing for he listed Tron on Nasdaq. Now it's a trend for all the crypto companies or basically listed companies to start a strategic reserve. I don't know, like this will be another topic like which I can speak for like several hours about strategic reserve companies. Um, some things doesn't make sense, but we should not try to make sense out of everything. So this is what I've learned in crypto. Don't try to make sense out of everything, but just be in the nonsense and be naive. Don't understand that. Just go with the flow, make the money, and get out of it. So this is my biggest learning in crypto, because if I apply for my trade fi mindset, it doesn't work. So don't question yourself like what these treasury companies are even doing there, because basically they are just buying, like they raise money, they buy these things in the open market or through the OTC, and then like their share price will have a value based on the assets and appreciation that their cryptos will have, similar to MicroStrategy, right? Because MicroStrategy issues private placements, or private placements, or like making a preferential shares, which means they print new shares, just like how our government prints new notes. In the same way, the company prints new shares. They will issue the new shares to new investor under some kind of promise of a strike price of the shares or some other kind of things like or dividends or rights issue or something else. And then they raise money, and that money they will invest in crypto. So in MicroStrategy case, it's Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin keeps appreciating more and more, yeah, like it makes more and more money. And in that way, like the investors will be happy. So probably they will continue their investments, or they try to convert that to share price and sell it in the stock exchange. So similar things what they are doing here also, because why this is like, like it's a trend, and more than, like it cannot be a very sustaining thing. I mean, imagine if you're a company, if you're having a company, general company, and you are having some reserves, okay, some reserves like where you can make the assets, assets to move into some other asset class. So normally what banks used to do was buying, real estate before. So banks used to buy like big buildings or something like that one, for property purchase, or they used to buy some kind of like yachts or some other kind of thing. So this is what like traditionally banks were doing before, or like real estate companies when they had like too much of cash and they didn't want to put more money into real estate. They were buying the government bonds, they were buying the gold or something else like an ETF. This is what they were doing before. So now the concept is like, not you are using your additional money which is there as your reserve into some other asset class. so what these companies are doing, they don't have any reserve. All the money what they're raising completely it's going to crypto. So there is no such kind of like economical concept that you have bought some other property to hedge against your own risk. There is not that kind of argument here. Here it's very simple. I raise money, I buy crypto. That's it. It's very, very, very simple. It's like I will tell you all, like, guys, please give me money. I'll give you my shares and I will list my shares on NASDAQ. You can buy or sell or like do whatever you want to do with that. But as of now, all your money is needed for me because I want to buy Ethereum. So basically, this is what we are doing. And these companies cannot, if you have this question, for example, why Guru, it's possible still, like, there are, DeFi protocols where 10,000 ETH they can stake, for example, on Aave and get like 2% interest on that Ethereum. Or they can, stake on Nexo or like somewhere else, like to earn some kind of APY on it. Yeah, that kind of returns are possible, like for us retails, like for the small money, but not for hundreds and billions of dollars. It's impossible. Like MicroStrategy, if they're putting in the same money, of course, like Bitcoin, you cannot stake as Bitcoin itself to earn yield anywhere. So what you need to do is like, there is a process like you have to bring BTC to ERC20 protocol. And how you do that is you will, wrap BTC to wrapped BTC. So WBTC is a ERC20 protocol backed by Bitcoin. So it will be replicating the same price like Bitcoin, but still you have it on ERC20 protocol. I mean, you have it on chain, on Ethereum blockchain. So now WBTC can be staked on DeFi protocols to earn the yield. So that kind of things is possible only, like for small deposits, and beyond some limits, like they will not even accept it. This is the reason, like why you are opening up your Binance app, and they will tell you like, okay, if you are staking between $100 to $400, you can get 10%, and 401 to 1000 you will get like 5, and beyond that like you cannot make that. There is always a limit for that one. So with this kind of buying, what they are doing madly, like 200 million, 300 million, 500 million, it's impossible for any DeFi protocol to absorb that much of money. So that's why they will not be able to stake anywhere. And there is also one more risk, like even if there is a DeFi protocol like where someone is ready to give and returns to them by doing some kind of DeFi strategy, by placing it across like hundreds of different DeFi protocols, still these kind of institutions which is listed on NASDAQ, you need a very strong custodian for that. So if you don't have a custodian, you can't deal with that one. This is the same rules for listed companies such as MicroStrategy or SBET or anybody. And it's a kind of standard rule. Like once we go to TradeFi, like we have lot of red tapes there. Like you can't do this, you can't do that. We cannot do many other things. So these kind of treasury crypto companies, like what we are hearing, it's kind of like more fancy. Um, it will push the price. Yes, that's true. It will bring some kind of attention. Absolutely true. But the long term, impact of these treasury tokens, we don't know what it's going to happen. So that's why I think like treasury tokens make sense only in Bitcoin, to some extent in Ethereum. But I don't see like any other token like coming anywhere close to it, and why that should be even any kind of like foundational layer. For example, like uh, why I'm adding like Ethereum also in this one is because Ethereum is a layer one chain, and there are n number of a layer two chains, which is based on Ethereum, and we call that as Ethereal Virtual Machine or like EVMs. So as long as EVMs are there, Ethereum will be used. Ethereum will always be a like a settlement layer. So somehow, like Ethereum will survive and sustain always, because as long as EVMs are there, it will always be there. But there are also SVMs, which is Solana virtual machines, which is built on Solana. But these kind of SVMs are not so popular. I mean, like if I ask you some EVM chains, I'm sure like you will be able to tell me many. But SVMs, I don't know like how many people will even know about there is an SVM, and like what are the names of those SVMs. So that's why it's not the same. So what I say is like I'm bullish on Solana at the moment. Ethereum, yes, of course. Bitcoin also. So yeah, I mean, I have my personal bag also on futures on Ethereum, which I brought like 2,380. So when in the beginning of the bull market, when it was starting, so I'm still keeping it. So that's what is paying me at the moment. Yeah, like it's a 10x leverage, so I'm just keeping it, and I will keep on going like until it makes all-time high, because we are just 15% away from all-time highs. And I was telling like not to fuck up this time. Don't sell early, but I know like everybody wants to sell at the right moment. Right moment is very hard, very difficult to predict. But I think like in 2021, I had conviction that we should sell it around like in November in the first week. So that's when like we were like a little bit overconfident, like it's going to happen. And some of the coins that we got stuck up those times, like like it's not coming up at all. Many of those tokens. If you ask me, like in this cycle, are we going to see all-time highs of some of the bags or some of the heroes of 2021? My answer is no. We will not see it. For example, Decentraland or Mana, which we were playing a lot, or even like what was that another one which was like very popular. It was a very popular, NFT things made by this Sebastian Bouget Sandbox. So these kind of tokens were like flying very high, but I don't think like it's going to be that way in this bull market. So this bull market is fueled basically on ETF, basically on crypto treasury stuff, what is going on. And like all the master manipulators are involved, which is Trump and his family. So they have made like their own stable coin, USD 10 or something, some world liberty, whatever it is. Like so they are making their own stable coins. They have made like several other things. So yeah, like I mean, it's just pushing because of that. And there was one huge news, and I don't know how long this is going to happen, or if it's going to be practical or not. That 401k, like which is retirement benefits money, it seems like that can be invested in crypto. So this is absolutely huge. But the question is like whether it's going to happen or not. Why this skepticism is because I don't want to be too much optimistic about something like which looks too big and too good to be real. And I'm not saying like it's not going to happen. It might happen. It will happen maybe, but we want to see still the structuring, like how it's going to happen. For example, like in 2020, there was a very big news in France that was the year like when we heard in France we heard it actually. Yeah, me and everyone like we were going to some kind of meetups in France. And then we heard like in France, the government allowed health insurance or like insurance companies to invest in crypto. So that was a huge news back then in 2020. So already it was bull market. So it was adding a lot of fuel, and a lot of French were going and buying cryptos from La Maison de Bitcoin. So that was a place where you could buy Bitcoin very easily. So today it's called as Coin House. They changed the name, and Coin House is the same promoter of Ledger, like the one in which we keep cryptos. So and what happened later on? Like none of the insurance money really came to crypto, at least not from not from France. So maybe like Europe is like uh, these days like I'm I was like very proud like about this continent and everything, and like but like now I'm not really like that much proud anymore about Europe, because the concept, the tax, the stupidity around it, and everything is like just stupidity. They're just spoiling everything, and they have been spoiling since a long time, so it's not happening since yesterday or something. But still they keep doing all this bullshit, and we don't see any growth happening there. If something is coming up, they try to regulate that. If something is happening, okay, they try to spoil it. They're not like very open to business, although they pretend to show themselves that way. So it's just like kind of like a socialist mindset still. So now it's the same. Like many things could have been possible with crypto. America is winning once again, at least for now. And we don't know like what's going to happen, because this all this WASP and all this stable coin laws and everything is just nonsense. It's completely nonsense. It doesn't make sense at all. And I don't think like anybody is getting any benefits from this one. So this is the reason like why like none of the things really works in crypto or something, and that's why major conferences happens either in Asia or it happens in US. Like nothing happens here in Europe. Even those Paris blockchain week, that Berlin blockchain week, it's not so big actually. I have been there many years ago in Paris blockchain week. It's nothing big. It's nothing special. It's like pretty boring, to be honest. And that's why Binance was making Binance blockchain week in Paris. They completely shifted their base to Dubai, and they're not coming to Paris anymore, because it's not there. I mean, like that spirit is not there. Like everybody tries to be very different. Like I mean, at the government level, so they're not really pushing it hard. So we don't really get the benefits of these things. But I really hope like in US, the Trump administration, at least they do these things properly. Of course, they are doing it for their own family purposes and their own family benefits. But even in that way, if we are getting benefited, then that would be great. So really hope like all this 401k money starts flowing into crypto. And if that really happens, like sky's the limit. Sky's the limit, really, because so much of money is there, and I don't know, like still that much of crypto is left for them to buy. So it will come to broad-based rally like of all the top 25 coins. Then it's going to be really, really, really explosive. So coming to like the top of the crypto cycle. So what I feel is like between 150 to 200k would be the top for Bitcoin for this cycle. Many people are speaking about 150k, and some people are saying like no, it's going to straight 1 million. Like those things are not going to happen. Like just forget it. So these are the same people like who are predicting the current cycle stop in 2021 to be the top. And we have seen enough like for all these cycles, like, and we have been disappointed about it, like not exiting early or something like that. Don't exit too early. It is going to hurt you more than exiting very late at the end, because what happens is like you will again get into FOMO, and you will buy it at the top, and you will wait for next 4 years and never to be seen that price again. So what I'm saying is like let Bitcoin hit 150k. Until that, don't worry about crypto. I can tell you honestly, it's definitely going to touch 150k. We can discuss after that one about our other strategy, like what to do, when to sell, when to buy. These things definitely we can discuss after that. But until 150K, just hold on to your bags. Wherever we are good. I mean, like you see, definitely it's entirely possible that Bitcoin, I mean, like Ethereum after touching 200, 4,200, it can come to like 3,900 or like even 4,000 or something. And there will be big headlines like, oh, Ethereum has come down below 4,000 mark, psychological mark and everything. And a lot of people will short. These are the people, like who just started their journey very recently, or probably they have never understood like how markets works. So they will short, and again, markets will go up. And look, like two things are very certain. One thing, Bitcoin going to 150K. Second thing, Ethereum going to all-time high. These two things are definitely going to happen. And for these two events, let me repeat once again, 15% away for Ethereum for all-time high. And for Bitcoin, let's keep it like around 115. So it's like 20% from here. So 20, 30% from here. I don't think like it's so big thing for Bitcoin. Um, so definitely, I think both are doable. Until that moment, like don't take any other action. And I don't think like Bitcoin, Ethereum will just make an all-time high and then start to fall down and everything will be bare again. I don't think so, because once it goes to all-time high, a lot of new money will also start to flow into the system. So when that new money comes into the system, like we will see a new buying spear. And that's when like you smart people have to start selling your bags, because the kind of like target what I have got from one of my friends from US, like who started ETH strategy. So they raised like something like $49 million to buy Ethereum. So this is what is ETH strategy. So and then couple of other people like that one. When I spoke to them, they are having a target of between $7,000 to $10,000 for Ethereum. Personally, I don't see $10,000 in this particular cycle. I don't think it's practical. I don't think it's going to happen, because in this cycle, like we have seen Ethereum coming from 2,500 to 10,000, it will be 4x. Yes, in terms of x, it looks very easy. But the market cap and other kind of things, like definitely there will be no justification for having, billions and billions in market cap. And if it's going 4x, then Bitcoin should at least go 10x, actually. If you try to make the same kind of match. I don't think Bitcoin is going to $1 million, not even to, I mean, $500,000 anytime soon. So this looks like very unrealistic to me. $10,000. Probably we might see something between like 5,500 to $6,000 or something. It's entirely possible, because it's not far away from where we are. It's like just 50% journey from here. So that's entirely possible. In any case, like the day when we see the news like Ethereum hits an all-time high, 50% of the holdings, like just sell it and let the 50% run for more time. And when Bitcoin also hits like 150K, let's get more alert on the market. So until that moment, no need to sell anything. Let the things keep going on how it's going on. That's why I took all the good positions at good time, at good price on Gravity platform. I'm not doing anything, because I don't need to, like this is what JEETs do. JEETs means just entry exit trader. So it's not a slang or something. It's just kind of like psychology of a trader. Like it's a JEET. JEET way of doing the trading is like, oh, you buy now, $5 you sell it. Oh, tomorrow morning, like, oh yeah, $10 up. Like, okay, I will sell it. Like, no, you will never make money in that way. You always have to take a position at a good price. You need to have absolute conviction where you are going to exit. You need to know why you got into the trade, when you are going to exit, and why you are expecting that price to happen. If you have answers to this kind of question, then you will have that courage and that conviction to hold on to the trade until your objectives are met. And then you sell it, you make money, you sell that one, and you come out of it. So right now, I don't think like there is anything to panic. So just hold on to your bags. Don't worry about that. If there is any thing, like, definitely I will let you all know, because this time it's my, like, it's my dream to exit myself, and also like to inform everybody, so that you will also exit at the right time, you will cash out at the right time, so that we will use the same money like to buy it like when it goes a little bit more lower. Not to be, hanging in there like at a very wrong price and waiting for another cycle to happen. That's not the way we should do it, because last time I didn't, like, trust my own conviction. So this time it's not going to happen. So this time we are very, very sure. So keep two things in mind. Until Bitcoin hits 150K, we are safe. Until Ethereum goes beyond $5,000, we are completely safe. But that's the time like when we need to, like, sell little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. And always, like, keep one thing in mind. Like, one when we are trading, actually, see to that like you will make your the initial amount, the margin amount, like what you are using as safe. So if you started with $1,000 in trading, for example, if you make $1,000 profit out of it, which is 2x, then just keep that money, then take back that money, what you put in, and now play only with the profits. This is the most safest way to play for people. Or like if you're a risky rate trader, like then you keep the profits and 50% put more from your own pockets, and make the trades again by thinking. But after each and every trade, you need to see like where the trade is going, why you made the trade. Before getting into the trade itself, you need to be clear about two questions: why you took the trade, when are you going to exit the trade. If you don't have an answer for any of these two questions, then you're just blindly trading and you will never make anything great, because these are the two important things that's very important for a trader: why you entered the trade, when are you going to exit the trade. And there will be several other questions like why you are convinced that this is going to be a good bet. So right now, like, I have a big bet on Kaito. So Kaito is doing good in the portfolio. But my bet is like, in InfoFi or like in attention economy, Kaito is doing extremely good. There is Cookie 3, but Cookie 3, once again, like they came out with something, they pivoted to something else. Kaito has always been very, 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 very focused on attention economy, yapping and all these things. And it's not just attention economy there, but they're expanding rapidly, because I know the founder personally. So we speak to each other, and like in conferences also, like we make a point to meet. When I spoke to him, he was telling about their new launchpad concept, and we will also be making for B3X couple of campaigns on Kaito going forward. So Kaito is really giving a lot of attention for the projects, and it's helping a lot of things. So definitely, I feel like $2 is going to happen on that sooner or later. So it's not something like immediately, but definitely it's going in that direction. So that's my, conviction, because I bought it very early, and when it went to on Gravity, I bought it. So it went to $1.81. I didn't sell it. I was sitting on a huge big profit, but that's okay. But that's okay, because I know why I've got into a trade, and I know my target very clearly, and I know why I will be exiting at that price. So we need to make this one for each and every trade, and then we will be winning, and we'll be winning every time. Not winning like how Donald Trump used to say that we will be winning, that you will be so tired. Like, no, we are saying like how we are winning, but definitely you will be winning a lot if you have this kind of mindset and if you make this kind of plan. So that's about like the markets that I quickly wanted to update you, so that you can trade stress free by keeping these things in your mind. um, Use all these things in your trading. Then you will be able to make good trades, great trades, because markets are looking just good. Like, um, I mean, like, I have some positions in Jupiter as well. I have some positions in hyperliquid tokens like Hype also. Yeah, I have like excellent position in Pendle Finance. So all these positions I took when nobody wanted them, right? When I was speaking about Pendle or something, people were like, Pendle, you want to buy that one? Why? Like, why it's good? Like, come on, like Pendle is having like huge TVL. They're doing extremely good. It's coming up very nicely, and the token has like some governance value. So definitely it's going to do good. And Jupiter is going to do very good, because Jupiter has not even gone to its all-time high, nowhere close to it. but in the last bull season it made. And Jupiter was making so much money during the pump dot fund that they started to buy back their own tokens. So they are doing several other things going forward. Like they're also planning for a launch pad actually now. So there are like a lot of these kind of high conviction bets which I place the bets, and I'm going to only increase my positions in a couple of tokens because I really believe like these kind of tokens are going to make a huge difference like for our portfolios. So this is about like general market things. I was even making some points like in case I forgot something about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so like BCUBE's fund has been launched on our own B3X fund because enough of all these third-party providers and everybody like they keep coming out with something like our Sharpe ratio hit like their target, whatever they asked us. But still, like we are still there. We're just waiting for like this and that and like all these things. Like, and I said like, no, we cannot wait more. So we will launch it on our own B3X platform. So the swing spot trade, like what was your favorite, now that is live as B3X market neutral fund. So it's just a play of word, but it's the same. It's the same swing spot trade. So that's already doing good since last 2 months, and now it will do even better like going forward. We fine tuned algorithms and everything. um so far like everything was working on centralized exchanges, now it's working on a decentralized exchange, so we had to change the models and we changed many other things. It's doing extremely good, so you can go there to enjoy the swing spot but on B3X platform. So coming to like Gravity is doing very good. We are the best performing fund on Gravity right now. No other fund is yielding so much returns in terms of share price. We are the number one. We'll keep doing good. And all the people like who have also put money on Gravity, you will be getting even airdrops also equal to your money what you deposited. So airdrops of Gravity tokens. So you will be getting those Gravity tokens. This is what I just wanted to tell. You were already accumulating actually the Gravity tokens. So this will be something cool thing because when Gravity gets listed, you are all getting those airdrops. So this is what I just wanted to make sure. Like, if you have put in the money, like within the first 15 days, you will even get a bonus for that one. Like when we launched the fund, I think it was on 15th or 16th of July, I think. So if you have put within 1st of August, then you are getting even the bonus also on the money what you deposited on Gravity. So if you put like I heard like I don't know what is the ratio or something, but I speak to the CEO directly every time. Even he was not sure, but I was speaking to someone else like in the company. They were saying like it's like someone putting like $1,000 will get $1,000 worth of airdrops. So we don't know. We don't know. I will not say anything more, but it's going to be a very juicy airdrop for everybody. You will love it. B3X discussion with the layer one blockchain that we are talking is going excellently well. We are just discussing about the terms because the first tranche of money will come when we sign the agreement, and second one will come when we meet some kind of milestones in terms of TBL, trading volumes, and other kind of things. So we're just discussing about that one. We just had a very good call yesterday on Friday, like in the evening. I think like we 99% we agreed on all the points because they just wanted us to go on mainnet. And we said like going suddenly on mainnet is not a good idea, but we need to have like a proper partnerships and other kind of things, which we already have actually for B3X, nothing to worry about it. But we have to formalize that one. We need to get liquidity from our partners to add that one. And there are a couple of works that we need to do. And also we need to get the smart contracts auditing. So we were very honest about that one. Like we really need these things, and we don't have that much of surplus cash at the moment. So I can put in some money from my pocket, like for smart contracts auditing, but it will not be completely covering that. So it's better to get this amount of money from them. So they were pretty positive, and actually they really want us to be on their chain. So their token is also doing very good. They have like billions of dollars in market cap. So it's going to be amazing. So everything is going on fine. I think like most probably all the legal works, everything will be finished next week. We are going to sign also next week itself. By next Friday, I said like we have to close this. It's getting too late. We have to do that. So even the guy who is our contact there, he said like I totally agree with you. Like it's just a management thing, but otherwise, yeah, we need to close the round. So once that is finished, like we have 3, 4 VCs like who are just waiting for this one to get finished so that they will put in the money as well. So the round gets closed. Um, yeah. And yeah, like I mean, then once we close the round, then I think like next we will be focusing only on the TG. Sorry, the launching of the platform on the mainnet, B3X platform. So we will be having like it will be nowhere close to that testnet product. Don't even worry about that one because testnet is just testnet. Like it's just to show that okay, we could build something like that one. This is how it works. The concept, the liquidation, and all these things. But the main net like will be having like very good UX, very good things on that one. So we will redesign everything, the front end and very smooth flow, one click, submission. So this is what people were asking us during the testnet phase, but we we cannot have all these things on testnet phase because testnet phase is not meant for having features. Testnet phase is only to show that you can make the product and the product works what you have made. That's all the objective of the testnet is. It's not to show your full capabilities. So all those one click moment like how you can trade on hyperliquid and everything is coming to our mainnet product. So there you will have those kind of things like one click possibility and several collateral things. And we will also start with our point system. So if you're trading on point system, I mean like trading on B3X, so you are accumulating points. So later on, like when we go for TGE, all these points will be converted, swapped 1:1 with the token. So you will also get those tokens. So there are like several point system like I took like 3 days to design excellent point system. And I can say that like proudly that we have made like one of the best point systems ever, like in this industry. So you will be very happy like to trade on the platform because you will be incentivized in different ways for just for trading. If you have certain money on the fund, if you're trading gold, if you're trading on certain leverage, you are trading on certain assets. So in every way you can accumulate points. So once you have like all those points, and when we go towards the TGE, then you will be able to make everything. And once we close this pre-seed round, I think like after 2 months we will be going for the seed round also. Then we will be bringing in like much bigger investor, much bigger round. So all these things we are going to make it. Once we bring in all these like investors and bigger rounds, we are going to get a lot of name and a lot of marketing activity, and everything will be happening around that one. And also like Injective will be like coming out with their TVL support of $500,000. The first tranche of money can come within next 2 weeks, and that is also like I mean we have completed everything, and they paid for everything, for our smart contracts audit, for the legal things, everything they paid for us. So they are doing everything for us, so I cannot complain anything about it. Good guys, very nice guys. They speak to us properly and always respond to us. But I think like sometimes they are too busy with something that we don't know like what they are busy with, because this is also their work, and if they are not doing their work and saying like I'm busy, I don't know what does that mean. Anyway, like so I'm trying to push this forward as much as possible. And B3X market neutral fund, like what you find on injective side of the DeFi protocol, because currently the injective side of the protocol is we are calling that as a DeFi protocol. And this custom perp dex what we are building is will be on other chain. That's a different product. So that is a perp dex, and this is a DeFi protocol. So on DeFi protocol, Injective has agreed to put in 500K. So that will be going to market neutral fund, which is nothing but swing spot. Swing spot bot. It's the same. Swing spot agent is the same as market neutral fund. So that is where they will be putting money to earn APY. So that's where like you can deposit to get the swing spot also. So yeah, I mean like that is also possible in next 15 days. And US incubator, I don't know, like we got selected for top 20 last Saturday. Early in the morning, I received their email. I replied them with their DD form and everything. Once again, they were asking the same question because there is a involvement of stellar lumens in this program. And they were asking like how stellar lumens can fit into us. We were telling like, look, there is no perp tax in the world which has an on ramp, off ramp services. For example, like we in Europe, like we use, mostly euros, right? So if you have euros, like the process is like you have to go on Coinbase or Binance to buy stable coins and transfer that stable coins to perptex to trade. So I was having a different point of view. Like if this on ramp, off ramp services is integrated on our perptex, so you can straightly use your card or like bank transfer, and you can convert your euros to USDC or whatever you want, the crypto that you will keep as a collateral on the platform to trade. And once you finish off your trading, if you want to cash out in euros, immediately you can off ramp it using our own, off ramp, on ramp services integrated to the Perptex to get your money back immediately. So it will act just like a centralized exchange. So this was my idea. And this is what like we said to Stellar Lumens, like what we can make with that one. I don't know, like if there's a proper fit or something, it may be due to the stellar lumens, but in acceleration phase, like I think it was fine. Anyway, they're all in contact with us, and the program is starting on 17th, which is on next Saturday, I think, or next Sunday, I think. Yeah, it's starting on next Sunday. 1 week. I don't know. They might tell at the last moment also, and they're just waiting for someone to drop off or like someone has a visa problem or something. I don't have any visa problem. I have visa already for 10 years. So I'm just waiting for that one. And now I don't know, like if I don't know, like I'm just waiting for it. But if too late, if they come back to us and say like, okay, guys, like you need to come now, if it makes sense or not. But anyway, I will just wait for next couple of days and I will see like what is possible. Otherwise, anyway, like we are closing the round here with our own investors, like our layer one chain and other kind of investors. So we will anyway get the money to keep going forward. So guys, like that's the update from my side. So if you have any market specific questions or something, then go go ahead. In the meantime, I will just read the chats. Mm. Will this be posted later? Cheers, everyone. Yeah, yeah, sure. It will be posted later. Or TVK or David, don't even make me remember because I'm having like, one small graveyard, and that graveyard is my MetaMask wallet. Whenever I see there, like I pray for their souls to rest in peace. Like I still have TVK and it will never ever come up again. Are you even looking at any small cap? I'm not doing it at all, but would love to hear your opinion. That's a good question. The thing with small cap is like I have shifted my focus from small cap to mid cap, to be honest. And the reason is that the small caps are very good. They can make hell a lot of money for us in the bull markets. But if something goes south, there are chances that it can get hit badly and so badly that it will never recover. So if you see like 10 tokens we will take, which is in the small cap, three or four will be super success, another two will be like so and so, and rest of the four will lose everything. And once we see the overall profits, like we would have lost everything finally, or like more or less the same. So it's too much of efforts for nothing. That's why I'm considering more towards like mid caps, like that's the reason like why I was speaking about Jupiter today, Pendle Finance today, because these are like small, these are not small actually, close to $1 billion kind of thing, but they have like potential to go multi-billion dollars more. So that's why like small caps, like I just left the hopes on them, because mostly small caps are like not so attractive if we get locked in them. Permanently we can be locked in that. So conviction is low. But definitely I will keep doing research. If I find something, then definitely I will let everybody know about that. Is it me or is Guru glowing? Uh, C was usually age 2x faster. Guru is growing younger. What's your secret sauce life, Guru? Hey, Danny, don't even tell that one. Can you see like I've lost so much of hair? I've become completely bald and I'm glowing because the sun is so hot here. Um, Definitely, I wish like your words to be true that I was looking younger, but as a matter of fact, like I think like in crypto, like you will age much more faster. Remember, guys, shorting is forbidden. I I can't agree more about this one than anything else because, in my opinion, shorting is like it's actually like I learned it at Morgan Stanley actually because we were actually coming out of this subprime crisis at that point in time. And people were like still telling everybody at the trading desk, like, no, we have to still short, like, real estate. We have to still short the pharma. Like, we have to short this, we have to short that, short the banks and everything. But like, short, short what? And how much? Downside is always limited, upside is not. Imagine like gold or Apple stock, Bitcoin. Bitcoin fell from 69,000 to 16,000. Yeah, we know it. It fell from $1,000 to $100. Yeah, sure, it went down. But did it stay there? And how will you even cover your shorts? So look, like if we can buy something and if we don't know when to sell it and if we are getting locked, then I'm telling you something like we will be bankrupt if we are going shorts. Guys, like shorting is very stupidity. It's a stupid game. Like, don't play that game. Don't play that game ever. And even if you are by chance taking some chance of shorting something, cover it off and just know why you are covering it at that point in time. And if you make profits, like I'm happy for you, but don't go for shorting. That's not a game. Also would like to know what to do with the USDT until Euro comes a little bit. I mean, like you USDT, like you can actually like put in some tokens that I just mentioned. Or like USDT, you can just put it on a B3X fund. It will earn like healthy returns there. It will earn something good. So this is the way like how USDT can be utilized until euro calms a bit. But besides that one, like yeah, there is nothing much we can do with that one. Why everyone wants to make a launchpad at some point? It's it's a $1 million question actually. It seems like people can make money out of it because before launchpads used to work in a different way, but now launchpads take percentage of the commission. Like if launchpads are raising you 200K, then they take 20K out of it, 10%. So in the bull markets, imagine like 100 projects wants to launch. Even if you launch like 100 shitty projects for 100K each, you still make 10K per project. So for 100 projects, like you made like $1 million very easily. So this is the reason like why all the launch pads want to, everybody wants to make launch pads because it's a easy money, easy money. 10% of the commission on your total raise. And some people will even take like 10% commission plus 0.5% of the total circulating supply of your token. And out of that, like 50% should be unlocked on the day one, it seems. And that's why 90% of those projects which goes on Launchpad never does well. And all these launchpads are scams. This is what I have said before also, and even now I'm saying the same thing. I have severed all my relationship with all the launchpads that we signed the agreement with, because at that moment, like we were helpless. We went to them, of course. We knew the consequence, but these people are like really, I mean, vultures. They're eating you alive. The business is very good. I mean, like they make very good money out of it, but as a project, it's never going to be good for you. But is an EV at this point right? Like there are hundreds, if not thousands. Congrats on the performance, Guru. Thanks, Javi. Is the new swing spot fully automated or manually executed based on bot signals? Like, see, fully automated, like we will never make it because fully automated doesn't work. We need to monitor it. We need to take decisions sometimes. Because there are many events or like jobless data or something coming from US. And, these things are not factored into the trade. So we always need a human to approve it and see the trade. So it's not fully automated. It's the signals are generated by say machines. Human is not taking decision there. But once the decision is being taken, like then we monitor it. Once B3X goes live, I'm looking at any other trading venue ever. I'm not. That's great, Javi. That's what I want to hear from every, like BQBN and every B3X people. Like, make it as your, default trading platform. And whatever feedbacks that you give, we will take it very seriously. We will bring everything and we'll make everything possible for you so that like you're not just trading because you love the team or you love me, but you love the product too equally, that much as you love us. So everything will be there in the product and everything will be taken very seriously. So we should make it huge. We should make it definitely huge. And as I said, like the point system is like so friendly, like you will be earning at the end of the day more in the points itself for being on the platform and trading and doing all these things. Did you add two positions on GRVT on the dip or just now? Um, no, I kept adding when there was a dip, and even dip was not even needed for me because even before dip also I added very good positions, and still they are running. They're doing very good. What do you think about ICP? It's just useless. They have like huge treasury and huge money because of what they raised before in the past, and their own token treasury also. But besides that, like it's not a project like which is even like good. Token might do well like in this bull market, but I don't think like there is any momentum and if anyone is even interested in ICP, because in the builder communities that's where we get to hear about all these alphas. No one is interested in building on ICP, so it's not something like Solana or something like other chains. Why there is 2% entry fee on B3X fund? Because it's kind of hedge fund model on decentralized platform. So we take 2% entry fees. If you are having a subscription business, like then we take subscription there. So there is no subscription yet. So there is only entry fees and performance fees. It is a good moment to join GRVT. It in all-time high, they say wait for rate correction to enter. What would you suggest between Gravity and B3X if you didn't have much to put in? Look, put in both because I can tell you something. Even myself, like with my own trade, when I trade in my own personal account, I put my money there, and I've also put my money into other place like where, for example, Gravity. And I've also given money to, like this swing spot trading, like that is happening in my personal account, like which is managed by the quant trader, our quant trader. So even it's like my own trading, my own psychology is very different in my account than it is on Gravity. It may be because of the liquidity, it may be because of the token selection, it may be because of couple of reasons, right? Because I hedge against my own trade. So that's why like it's good to have that kind of different hedging. So keep it on B3X a little bit, keep it on Gravity token. Don't worry about like being on all-time high. Like we will still do very, very well because okay, the fund is doing good. We are the best trading fund currently on Gravity. That's for sure. But I'm still not satisfied because I know the potential of what I can do for every one of you. And I have not reached there yet. And the market condition is also like aiding me to do much more greater things. Honestly, we are up significantly up, but I told you that when I was trading on this $18,000 trade on Uniswap, that got fucked up, right? So when that got fucked up, like my share price was like 99.5. So 99.5, 0.995. That was the share price on that day when that mishap happened. So later on, like it went to 69 cents, the share price. So Gravity team helped me like by accepting their mistake to get it back to 97 cents. They didn't help me to get to 99.5 like where it has to be. So they left me at 97 cents. So from 97 to wow 1.2 now where we are. So 1.02. So it's 5% or like a little bit more than that one. So if they would have left me back at 99 cents, like where we left it before, then we would be having like 2-3% more currently. So we would be doing like 5% as of now, the profits. So that is not the case. And that's why like I'm a little bit disappointed about it that we didn't come back to the same place like where we were left before, and it was just kind of like an approximate thing. So that's what like it's still unsettling with me. So still there is potential. Don't worry about the all-time highs. We will still do good. They are giving us a very big shout out on Monday. So again, the fund will be sold out probably next couple of days. I will communicate with my wife and children through beef. Definitely. Mm, Hi to every BQBN. Wasn't here for a long time, but still high conviction. Thank you. Just last one. Amazing Guru. Thanks for answers, and it's great to see everything is going good. Okay, thank you. Okay, you have convinced me. Thank you. Thanks, Hector. Will this ramp on, ramp off solution work in Hungary too? Revolut's crypto related services are now under scrutiny in Hungary. I cannot transfer directly to Binance because my bank refuses SEPA transfer. I have difficulties to get in and out of crypto, but the one you suggest would make it easier for me. Oh, really? Because even my Binance account is a Hungarian Binance account, and I received the same message like you on Revolut, but I think like after a couple of days they sent to me like yes, the services are now like resolved and it's working fine. But also it's true that what you are saying because I was not able to withdraw money from my Coinbase account to Revolut account. So probably that was the reason. Finally, I had to get it from my normal bank account, my money from Coinbase. Probably, yeah, yeah. But like anyway, ramp, on ramp, off ramp services works even with your card. I mean, like they may charge like 1% or 2% fees on that one. You just have to enter it, and then you can take money like Hungarian forints directly from your card, and it goes on the exchange. Like because it's like Hungarian forints is getting swapped to USDC or USDT or something, and this goes to B3X. And from B3X, like you can get back again this USDC or whatever it is. It's converted back to Hungarian forints, and you can withdraw the money to your card. Or yeah, card is better. So I think this is how like it works on that one. We will figure it out. I don't think it should be a problem. But the on-ramp, off-ramp service provider should be regulated in Europe for this one to become easy. We have a couple of people, like we are in discussion with them. So we will get everybody, everything possible, and it's going to be great. Um, Love to see you, Guru. Take care and don't forget to GM us every day. Definitely. Um, Also wondered about the fee model for fund on B3X versus Gravity. I understand performance fees is 20% in both the case, but on Gravity, it is calculated based on the total profit at the time of redemption. Whereas on B3X, it is based on weekly profits. Did I get it right? Yeah, it's based on weekly profit on B3X, but if there is a drawdown or something, then we don't touch it. If it's like above that previous level mark, then yes, we will take 20% profit sharing there. Um, on Gravity, yes, it's only based on redemption of the shares. That's a very different business model that works on the share basis, but we are taking more on the profit sharing itself because that's the way like how we want to model it like a hedge fund, but they are making more like a mutual fund, like where NAV prices will differ and the things. Even we are also doing the same thing, but we are more keen on the profit sharing. Okay, thanks. Good. Okay, guys, then that's it for this week. And if there is something like, definitely I will be doing some Twitter spaces and other kind of things because I just want to make sure that like no one makes a mistake this bull market, no one fucks it up. Everybody makes good money in this bull market. So I just will keep you updated with my tweets and also some Twitter spaces sometimes. We can join there and we can discuss there as well. And also this kind of like bi-monthly meetups, like once in every 15 days we make this one. We will discuss here about the crypto, the movements and the projects and everything. I think like next week's is going to be, this month is going to be amazing for B3X because all our fundings and everything is going to get finished. Then there'll be a huge PR and other kind of things that's going to happen. And couple of funds, like we are also in discussion with couple of other funds to put in money for BCUBE. I mean, like for BCUBE to trade on their behalf. So we will be generating parallelly some money for BCUBE as a company. So this money, of course, it's not just going for buybacks and other kind of things, but we have a different vision for even BCube also to restart the company in a different way to make it happen. So that will happen with BCube's its own integrated business, like its own different business. So that's what we are seeing, like trading as a kind of like gateway towards that one. So we have to restart that channel, and B3X like will go parallelly. The more money B3X makes, the more money we have, and more money we have, the more money we have to like pump the money into BCube and to restart it, and we can do many other things. That's why like I'm very focused on places like where we can get contracts, like Gravity is one of the contracts. So we can increase the AUM to 500K like once this gets sold out. So there is like a lot of things that's going on. First thing first, one thing at a time. So that's why we will focus this month completely on getting new contracts for BQ and finishing our fundraising round for B3X, and then launching of B3X, and then launching several funds on that one. And once we are doing it, like several other people are going to come with huge AUMs. And once we have like 5 million, $6 million managing asset under management, we'll be making a lot of money from entrance fees and management fees and all other kind of performance fees. So that it's going to be amazing. So we will run both the companies like together. So guys, this is what I'm saying now. And thank you so much for your attention. And I will always be there if you have any questions about the markets or anything else. Very happy to help. And yeah, let's do it together this time. And let's make it very huge this time. Like this market, we have to make it. We have to make it huge, this market, this bull run, because next time I don't know what type of bull run it will be and what kind of tokens will be pumping, but this time definitely we know it is in our hand. Let's not fuck it up, guys. Let's do it something very big like this time. Okay guys, then thank you so much. Thanks for being with me on a Saturday afternoon. I'm very happy to speak to you all, and take care of yourself and have a nice weekend. Bye.